on off to task 4 to start with that. Yes, you're going to create a spreadsheet to display data about lakes of the Great Rift Valley in Africa. Some of these lakes can be found in more than one country. Okay, so we'll open the file lake.csv and save it as country underscore. So I have my files downloaded here, lake.csv. I know at one point or the other we will need to open the grid file as well. So we might as well open both of them at once. Alright, while that is loading, we save it in the format of a spreadsheet, yes, as a spreadsheet. Okay, so this is lake and we save as a spreadsheet with the name country underscore NGR 001. I will save as an Excel workbook. Alright, the next instruction says delete row 1. Delete row 1. Okay, so we right click on the row and we delete. Then next it says delete columns A, B, D, E, F, G. So leaving only column C. So we're retaining just this, deleting the rest. A, B, D, E, F, G. Okay. Delete that. Okay. Next it says to remove all duplicate data from your spreadsheet. Remove all duplicate data from your spreadsheet. So we select all using Control A, and we come here to remove duplicates. You see it right there under data, the data tab, the data tools. Remove duplicates. Okay. Place on the left in the header the text created by colon. Then space your name, center number, and candidate number. Okay, so let's insert in our header. Okay, the header is not in the insert in the insert tab, so we go on to print, so we can locate page setup from there. In the header, the text. Okay, place on the left, so we have this on the left in the header. So we have rated by. Okay, and then it says on the right in the header we have the automated file name without the file path. Okay, so the automated file name, yes, you see, insert file name, insert file path, so without the path, so we insert just the file name. Okay, sort the spreadsheet into ascending order. Set your spreadsheet to display grid lines and row column headings when printed. So we want to display grid lines and row column headings when printed. So right here under the Sheets tab. We're still in the page setup from the print section. Okay, yeah, so it's right there. Then before we export to PDF, let's sort our file. Go back to the home tab and we can simply sort. It says to sort in what order? In ascending order. In ascending order. In ascending order. So that would be A to Z. Okay. Take a screenshot to show the print preview of your spreadsheet. Make sure that the header is fully visible. Yes, we've done all this. So we take a screenshot of the print preview. a screenshot of this window right here. Okay, so this is the screenshot that we're expected to take. Window Shift S as usual, and it gives us that window, so we can take a screenshot of the section we want. This should do. This should do, and we can have that as evidence 5. Evidence 5. Okay, so I just opened my Microsoft Word where I can have the evidence document. Alright, let's go on to the other tasks. Open and examine the files M22 grid and M22 lake. Okay, so we need to go back and open the M22 lake, the one we just deleted a lot of stuff from. Let's reopen it, as well as the grid. All right, so we have all of this. Okay, so let's go on. Create and format a new spreadsheet so that it looks like this. B1 to G1 has been merged with black background and white text. Okay, and the text says Lake Finder by country. We can see that it's been emboldened, and between C and F, that's the size now. Between C and F and emboldened. Okay, I can zoom in to make this even clearer. The size of the A column has also been reduced. Yes, rows 2 and 4 have been reduced. Okay, country Ethiopia, that's on 3. Alright, this has been merged as well. Okay, we have code, name, area, kilometer 2. Depth marks. Okay, 2 to 10 right here. 4, 5, up to 10. Alright. Okay, we just need to be sure that we have everything as given in there. It's looking like it. Okay, so I think we have grid lines as well. Grid lines up to 10. Or borders, if you would. Okay, make sure cells B1 to G1 and C3 to G3 are merged. Yes. Save this spreadsheet with the file name finder underscore finder underscore center number. underscore candidate number. In our case, the center number is NGR and the candidate number is 001. Okay, so it's saved in there. Alright, place a formula in cell B6 that can be replicated down to cell B410, B6 right here. The formula must look up the code for each lake. So it sees the country and it looks for the code of the lake. It sees the country, looks for the code, okay? Using the country stored in cell C3, this country, and the external file m22 grid for the array. Make sure that within each formula, if there is no lake code, no error message or data is displayed in the cell. Hint, you may use the contents of column A to help you. So this is where we have the secret. We're given the hint. We may use the column, the content of column A to help you. So I believe that is automatically telling us that we would need something from that. So let's take a look. Let's take a look at what we have in grid one more time. So grid has the country. Now let's try to do this manually. We need the code. We have the country. So, and you would notice there are a couple of codes here. Code. From B down to J. B to J, we have codes. And in here, we have just one code for the country. But the question says we may need to use the content of column A. So we can transpose this to mean B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. So that is B to J as well, or 2 to 10. That means Ethiopia for 2. I would have Ethiopia 2. That's this also 2. And Ethiopia for 3. I would have Ethiopia, and I get this. Ethiopia 4. I would have Ethiopia, and I have this. All right. Yes. So that's what the question is expecting of us. So let's go on and write our VLOOKUP function. VLOOKUP. This is the content. That's the lookup value, and this is our lookup array. Okay. I can decide to select my array from here. Yes. Or just the values, leaving the heading. Okay. And then what column do I need as the column index? I need this value. I need this value, okay? And I want an exact match. All right, so let's see. Ethiopia 2. Ethiopia 2. Okay, what if I take it down? It gives me NA. Now, why is that? Let's take a look. Let's take a look. C3 changes to C4. No, we do not want that. We want C3 to always remain. Our lookup value is the same throughout, so we can make it an absolute reference so that it is not changed down the column or across the row. And we do the same again. Okay, so Ethiopia 3. Yes, Ethiopia 10, L31, L31, correct. All right, so that works. Then the question says there's an important note here. If there is no lake code, no error message or data is displayed in the cell. So that means we need to bring in an if condition. If the VLOOKUP function returns if it contains nothing, yes, if the VLOOKUP contains nothing, then we also want it to return nothing. Else, we want it to return the value in the VLOOKUP. So that means if there is no value in that cell that we are looking in, that is in this this grid, for example, here between Zambia only has value for 2. From 3 to 10, Zambia has no value. So if the returned value is blank, Like we would have if we changed this to Zambia. If it's blank, then it should give us nothing here as well. Okay, we don't want any values, we don't want 0, we want nothing. It should give us nothing. Okay, so that's what we are saying in here. If it is okay, so here I said if it is blank, give us blank. So let's change this to something else. Okay, now that we know it's giving us 0, so if it is 0, then give us nothing. So if the VLOOKUP, yes, okay, if the VLOOKUP is not empty, give us the value, else give us blank. If it is not, this means not equal to, okay, so if it is not equal to 0, that means it contains something, give us the value, else give us the blank. We don't want the 0, we want blank cells. Yes, so this is it. Let's go back to Ethiopia that has it all. Ethiopia, and we have that. And then we check a country like Kenya, and we have the ones that are available. We check Zambia again, and we have that. Yes. Okay, so that is what the error message should fix. Okay, Uganda. Let's check Uganda. That being the last case we want to check before we go on. Yes, yes, it works. All right. Okay, any more? Replicate your formula from cell B6 to B14. Hide column A. So you can right click on this and hide. It's been replicated from B6 to B14. Place formula in cells C6 to G14 to look up the name, the area, the elevation, the depth, and type of water using the lake code in column B for the value and the external file M22 lake for the array. Make sure that within each formula, if there is no lake code, no error message or data is displayed in each cell. All right, it's similar to what we just did, but in this case, we are working with the lake file now. So we have our VLOOKUP. This is what we are looking up. And our table is this. Now what do we need? We need the name, okay? So we just fetch all of this. If you would, yes. The name is in the second column, column 2. And we return an exact match. All right. So then let's fix the error like we did previously. So if this lookup does not contain 0, if it is not equal to 0, then return this, else return a blank cell. Undo. No, that's not what we want. That's not what we want. Let's see what we have there. So if it does not contain 0, return this. Yeah, that's it. All right. So replicate that down. Okay. So if the VLOOKUP is, in this case, we use the empty. Now you see it's not cast in stone, and it's the reason why. So if the VLOOKUP is equal to blank, then give us blank, else give us that value. So in some cases you use the 0, in some other cases you use the if not blank. Okay, so if VLOOKUP is equal to blank, give us a blank cell as well, else give us the value of the VLOOKUP. Okay, it still gives us this. Let's take a look at this. Okay, another way we can sort this is error. if error, so we can use that, meaning if the VLOOKUP returns an error, if it returns an error, give us this. Okay, so that is another function we need to take note of. So if the value that comes from this VLOOKUP statement is an error, then make it blank. So that is another way to go about it, and let's test that. Let's test that. It's important that we are aware of these different functions and we know how they work. So we see that this does it perfectly. So if this VLOOKUP value returns an error, then make it blank. Automatically, if there is no error, it gives us the value of the VLOOKUP. Okay, so we can also do that for this. VLOOKUP, what's the value? This is our value. The table is the same. We have the same table. We can go with everything. We have the same table. And country is column 3. No, we want area now. Area is column 4. So column 4, false. And we have the same thing if error, then return a blank cell. All right. The next one is elevation. Elevation is column 5. So we do the same thing, equal. So we could just start with the if error. If error, VLOOKUP, knowing that we are working with column 5 for elevation. Okay, yes, so we get this. Column 5, false, empty, so. Alright, and the depth is column 6, water is column 7. Okay, so we do the same thing, equal v lookup. This, the depth is column 6, it's the same table. Water is column 7. This value and we fix the error that could emerge. If it returns an error, then make it empty. Okay. If it returns an error, then make it empty. All right, so let's go back to Ethiopia that we had at the start. Okay, it's looking all good. Place your name, center number, and candidate number left aligned in the header. Name, center number, and candidate number left aligned in the header. Go to our page setup for that. Right there. Okay. Print your spreadsheet showing the formula. Make sure it is in landscape. The row and column headings are displayed. The content of all cells except column A are fully visible. Fully visible. Landscape, row and column headings are displayed. Alright, so let's do that. We can still do that from our page setup. We want row and column headings displayed. We want it in landscape. Okay. Yeah, we can fit to one page. It might appear small, but it's okay. We want to show the formula, so we show just the formula. You have all of that. Okay. Fully visible. Okay, and it looks like this. By the time we zoom in, we get to see it clearly. But before that, it looks, yes. Okay, so this is it. And we print this. So we have our printout one. Printout one for February, March 2022, paper 3. Let's go on. Enter into cell C3 the text Kenya, and now we're showing the values on a single page. B1 to G14 are fully visible. Row and column headings are not displayed. Okay, value now. Row and column headings are not displayed. B1 to G14. B1 to G14 only. Okay, so B1 to G14, we can select that from here. B1 to G14. Oh, that's what we have already. All right, so we change it to, it says Kenya. Okay, and that's our printout 2. Printout 2. Oh, row and column headings not displayed. Note this. Row and column headings not displayed. Okay, so we need to change that in the page setup. Right, right. We don't want A showing. We don't want the value of A showing, so we need to take that out as well. Yes, yes, that's what we want. We don't want A showing. It's hidden, so it should not appear. Awesome. This is what we want. Okay, the third printout says to have enter into cell C3 the text Tanzania with the same settings as the previous one, Kenya. Same settings as Kenya, Tanzania. We go back to the normal view and we change it to Tanzania. Yes, yes, that's what we need. That's our printout 3. And the last one says Burundi. The same settings, yes. B1 to G14 on a single page, row and column headings are not displayed. Burundi. And we have that. That's our printout 4. With this, we've come to the end of the spreadsheet questions for February March 2022 paper.